So, how Melanated Melon got started. So, we're from San Antonio, Texas, originally. Not originally, but we were stationed there. I retired in San Antonio, so did my husband. Right around the time of COVID, we decided it's time to move. My husband's like, it's time. I had a sister at the time who was going through cancer herself, and I was flying back and forth to be by her side. My mother, not long before that, had passed away from a cancer. And so my husband just said, this isn't working. We need to be closer to family. And of course, I agree because I'm ready to go back home. And then right around Father's Day, we came back from visiting my father and went to an event, and Jonathan just wasn't looking so great. So brought him back home and then had some of my nieces and nephews over for the summer, and he was outside playing basketball. Came inside, I made his favorite meal, which was macaroni and cheese and spinach. He's a whole man child, so he could eat a whole box of macaroni and cheese by himself easy. And he sat down at the table and he just could not eat his food, and I was just like, okay. He's like, Mom, I'm hungry, but I'm not, I don't want to eat. And I was like, what is going on with you? I said, you know what? Go put your shoes on. We're going to the hospital right now. And I talked to his dad. I was like, hey, I'm taking John to the hospital. I don't know where I'm taking him because we're new to the area and I had not even set up a PCM yet. They pull him back immediately and they start scanning him. Around about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, they wake me up because I had been falling asleep. And we got there maybe around 8 o'clock in the evening. They said, we're sorry, Miss Martin. I'm like, what is the matter? And they say, your son has a tumor in his liver. A week later, we go back and they tell me that he has what's called midline carcinoma and that he will only have about 6 months to live. And I only got 3 of those 6 months. So as we begin to draw closer toward the end, I hate cancer with all my heart. It is something that it has riddled my family. I lost my mom in 2019. My sister was already battling cancer at the time when we arrived here, and now my son has cancer. So while my son was in the hospital getting treatment, and he would have to stay for 5 days at a time getting chemotherapy, I began to draw. I'm an artist, so some of the ways that I like to express myself is through drawing. And usually these types of things are associated with a ribbon of some sort, a cancer ribbon. Every cancer has its own different color ribbon. I hate cancer, and every cancer that I've had experience was a different color. So I began to draw my own hope ribbon. And so I started doodling and I kind of rounded out the ribbon loop of the original ribbon, and then I kind of accentuated the features of the ribbon tails, and then I started throwing all these different colors inside of it, and then I just came up with my own hope ribbon called Melanated Melon. And inside of it I wrote Melanated Melon because after treatment at one of our visits, Jonathan started to lose his hair. And I said, son, you have a perfectly round melanated melon. And he thought that was funny, and so did I, and it kind of just stuck. So that's what the organization was called after that. We have that hope ribbon, we have Melanated Melon. Now do what with it? Well, let's start this nonprofit. And so we get a lot of our information through the school district, and we also, or the Fort Mill School District. I look forward to being able to have that kind of relationship with the Rock Hill School District as well. And we also work through Levine Children's Hospital to get families on our roll that have lost children, and we support them through the legacy gifts that we provide. If it's a family that is still fighting, we do our best to send food and fuel cards to those families in order to support them. It's not very much, but it's what we can offer right now. My future goal is to be able to have something of a Ronald McDonald style home in the area where these families can kind of land when they arrive here to Charlotte and the surrounding area, and they don't have to find a space. They can actually have a house that they can use free of charge to stay in while they're getting treatment in the area.